Semester 4. What a time. Hi, my name is Jamie. I am a physical therapy student and I am making semester review videos. This is the review for semester 4, so I have the same 6 questions that I'm answering after every semester. I think it would be fun to look back on and compare semester to semester. I don't think anyone watches these videos, but I'll enjoy them. So let's begin. Question 1. What was the hardest class? Geriatrics. I don't know why, couldn't tell you. I think the information was fine. Like sitting in class, I was like, oh yes, this makes sense. But for whatever reason, the tests were harder than what I thought they were going to be. Yeah, it was interesting. I learned a lot, but I'd have to say that one was my hardest class. Anywho, question number 2, who did you sit next to / who did you get close with this semester? So for pretty much all of the classes, sat at the table with Destiny, Jessie, Grace, and Sydney. Definitely got closer with all of them. For another class, I sat next to Zoe. We're also lab partners a lot, so I feel like I got close with her as well. And then overall, like I feel like a lot of people in the cohort just got closer this semester because we were with each other 4 semesters straight, like a year and a half, and we spent a lot of time up at the school practicing skills and studying. We spent a lot of time together. So overall, I think those people and just the overall cohort got closer. Number 3, best part of the semester. I thought about this a lot, but I found one. For sure, the moment or like the evening after our acute care practical. So we had this acute care practical at the very end of this, towards the end of the semester, and we were thinking about it all semester. Like we heard how hard it was from the cohort above us. We knew like how big of a deal this practical was. Like it was 20% of our grade. It was a big deal. We heard from the cohort above us that it was hard. And I think a lot of us were really nervous about this practical all semester. Like it was just, we all knew that it was coming at the end. And so leading up to it, we practiced a ton, like all of the time. It was the acute care practical, and so we only have one hospital bed in the building that we practice in, but the nursing building, the nursing program at my school is great, and the nursing program was kind enough to let us use 2 of their labs on Mondays. So we walked over to the nursing building and used those lab rooms, which is great, and then they also let us use their like open lab hours, or we can come in when their students are in there. But with that, we had to bring over like everything pretty much besides the bed itself. Wheelchairs, walkers, heavy walkers, crutches. We didn't really bring crutches. We had like fake oxygen tanks that we brought over, IV poles. We had bags with hospital gowns and lines and tubes and all of the things, chest tubes, braces, you name it, pretty much besides the bed, we brought it over. Which is fine, but we practiced so much, literally like every day, all the time. We put in so much work for this practical. Everyone was very nervous. It was on Friday. Like everyone went between like 9 and I think the last person was at like 3 p.m. or something like that. And we got an email later that night from our professor, and that email was the best part of the semester. We found out that no one failed the practical, which was amazing. There was no retakes, which the previous years there were retakes. And that was amazing news, and it just felt really good to work hard for that practical and then get like positive feedback from our professors. A close second best part of the semester had to have been Halloween, because we got to dress up and that was fun. But for sure the best part. Number 3, number 4, worst part of the semester. I don't know. I can't pick just one. I think this semester, at least in my program, is the hardest semester. We heard about it from day 1 of PT school, that the 4th semester is the hardest semester, and it lived up to its name of being the hardest semester. It was very challenging. There wasn't, and I think the challenging is that a word? The most challenging part of it is that there's not just like one part that's hard. It's not just like, oh, those 2 weeks of midterms are really hard, or oh, those 2 weeks of finals are really hard. Like, it's, people describe it as like it's a marathon. Like, you are continuously studying all of the time, every weekend. Anywho, the hardest part, mind focus. As soon as you finish a test, you have to start worrying about the next one, or the next practical, or the next something. Number 5, one thing you're looking forward to next semester, I would say the peds class. Ever since I decided I wanted to do physical therapy, I was interested in peds. I first started being interested in like athletes and sports, and then I shadowed a physical therapist who worked with kids, and I loved it. And that was in high school, and so I'm really excited to finally take our peds class. I'm really hoping that I still like it after the class, because that's something that I've like told myself, like, oh, I want to work with kids, I want to work with kids, I want to work with kids all up like forever now. So if I finally take the class and then end up not liking it, I'm a little nervous, but I think I'm gonna like it. I also, like, taking class will give me a good understanding of what it's like, but then I'm also wanting to do like a clinical rotation in a ped setting, because you don't really know what it's like until you actually go and do it. But yes. And then number 6, the last one, what is one takeaway of the semester? And I would say you have to find your people. This semester I'm an independent studier. I study by myself the best. I'm more focused that way, and I feel like I get more done that way. But this semester, I spent a ton of time practicing skills. A, because we had skills checks and practicals and stuff that you have to practice skills for, but B, like this semester especially, the practicing skills is how you studied for the material, and practicing the skills did help you learn the material. So, and you're practicing a ton. And so I would say my main takeaway this semester was to find your people, and I'm so glad I have become close with people in my cohort. Why can I not say that word? I'm so glad I have become close with people in my cohort. It's made like the biggest difference, because you do need, you need other people to study with or practice with or like learn from, and B, you need people to motivate you and keep you encouraged and motivated. C, you need other people who are going through the same thing as you, so you can rant, vent, talk it out, talk about things, and then like motivate each other to get back to studying, get back on track, and keep moving forward. And the only other people who truly understand what you're going through is the other people in the program going through it with you. So my main takeaway this semester would be to find your people. That's it. It's my 4th semester. It's absolutely wild to say that I only have one like didactic semester left. So I'll make another one of, I'll answer these same 6 questions for that semester, or that, like, it's not even a full semester, it's like 8 weeks of the semester. And then I'm gonna come up with new questions for the clinicals. Again, I don't think anyone actually watches these videos, but I enjoy watching them, or I enjoy reflecting on the semester, and I know I'm going to enjoy watching the videos later in the future and reflecting back on these moments. So that's that. Semester 4, donezo.